Hey guys, this is me, Kirill, your Justice analyst. Welcome back to my channel. And today it's time to talk about our host country of Eurovision 2025, because Eurovision will take place in Basel in Switzerland. And Switzerland decided to repeat the success formula of the previous years, where they didn't organize any kind of open national selection, because last time they organized it, it was not such a huge success. But instead, they were accepting submissions of different songs written mostly in this kind of, camps where different producers and composers meet and compose the potential songs for Eurovision. And one of the songs was selected this year. It's called Voyage, and it will be performed by Zoë Më, who is better known as Zoë Më. She's just 24 years old, and she actually comes from our host city, from Basel itself, even though she didn't live there her entire life. She and her family moved to Germany at some point of time, and then they moved back to Switzerland, but to the French-speaking part, to Fribourg. Zoë Më might be not a well-known artist, but she's definitely known in this kind of circles of people who are selecting Eurovision entries for Switzerland for Eurovision. Her most watched song on YouTube to this point of time has just 40,000 views, and it's a song in German language. Her musical debut was in 2018, when she has released her first single called Bärenbrüder. And her Eurovision entry, titled Voyage, I think it's in French, has been written in one of those camps with one British singer-songwriter who is not really so known in the Eurovision world yet, but also co-written by Oehler, who was one of the composers of German entry for Eurovision 2019. Don't you try to hide it, sister. He was also one of the composers of some other entries from different national selections, for example this year's Heaven Sand in Malta, or last year's Drowning in the Rain from Luxembourg. The Zurich-based songwriter and producer has also been a producer of the last two Swiss entries, so The Code by Nemo and also Watergun by Remo Ferrer. So as you can see, definitely not some random unknown people behind this entry, but now let's take a look at the lyrics to see what it is actually about. Zoë herself actually said that she wanted to sing about flowers in the lyrics, because for her, people are like flowers. This means that flowers, when you water them, can become really beautiful, but when you cut them, they can no longer become a pretty flower, and for her it's the same with people. And this is what she's saying in this kind of pre-chorus, I assume. One day you will understand that flowers are more beautiful when you water them. You have cut me so many times. Apart from that, it seems like Zoë is telling us a personal story of maybe kind of a one-sided relationship or one-sided love. She's asking her partner, go on a journey with me. If you want, I will go with you on a journey. Let me love you even if you don't. I will drown in your tears. I will share your melancholy. No matter what, I will never stop singing for you. You throw words at me that choke me. No matter what, I will lie next to you tonight. So it seems like her partner either is not loving her, or it's a sort of a toxic relationship where he's maybe using her, is mistreating her or something like this, and she's saying, no matter what you do, no matter how you treat me, I will still love you. So if he's not about to leave her, but maybe his attitude is not really something what she is so happy about, then maybe it's not a story of a breakup, but it's more a story of how she just wants her partner to be nicer to her, so kind of to show more kindness. I think many of us would wish something like this from our partners as well. But in any case, let's go for the first listen, where I will take a look at the official music video, because unfortunately we don't really have the live performance. And then for my second listen, I will stop throughout and discuss with you more in details. Actually, Zoe has confirmed that the song was written already back in 2022. That's when she has collaborated with that Scottish lady who co-wrote the song and also with her producer, Tom Oehler. So it seems like the song was waiting for the best time to go to Eurovision Song Contest. So let's see. Very beautiful voice and also very beautiful articulation. So in the music video, it seems like she's just generally showing kindness to people. It gives a bit of the feeling of Bulgaria from Eurovision 2020, I think. Very sweet song. Do you see this nice backing vocals, woo, woo, in the background? Sounds really cool. I hope now some explosion will come. I think we really need it now. It's not really coming. This kind of part I haven't really seen coming, that this will now become more dramatic. It definitely reminds me a lot of Bulgaria 2020. Well, it's definitely a very cute song. Well, guys, because I have already mentioned it a couple of times, as I have said, I think this song is definitely taken a lot from that Eurovision 2020 Bulgaria entry, which was actually the main favorite to win Eurovision 2020 before it was cancelled. But the problem is that, 5 years have passed. If the song would have been maybe one of the favorites since 2020, doesn't mean that it will be one of the favorites since 2025. I think that this song will probably not stand out so much in this year's lineup. This year we have an exceptional amount of songs in French language. There is just a lot of competition among the songs in French this year, and I think that this one is maybe not the one which will really stand out, which will stick in the mind of the viewers. So only with some very, very creative and interesting staging I can really see it entering top 20. But so far, based on what I have heard, I think this is a great host entry. I think there is definitely no shame in presenting something like this in Eurovision final. I think it sounds wonderful, it's just not impactful enough. So now let's go for a second listen, and maybe I will notice something I haven't noticed during the first one. I think she looks like such a sweetheart. I really like her facial expressions, so you're really believing what she's singing. She's just very cute. Her vocal is actually very, very delicate, which definitely comes through perfectly through this pre-recorded MP3 track. But I have to say, on the live stage when she will perform in Basel, I'm kinda a little bit scared that this might sound not as impactful. These backing vocals are very magical. It has this beautiful nostalgic feeling, and the melody, this is what I definitely really like here. I would wish that here already in the second verse, something more impactful would come in the melody. So I think when people will watch it, and it was actually announced that Switzerland will perform with the running order number 19, so it means she's kind of towards the end of the show, they will be just generally a bit tired. It will be already closer to midnight in most of the European countries, and then the song comes. You want in this kind of ballad, if it's not something too emotional, that there is some beat kicking in or something like this, that it keeps you engaged. And in case of this song, I think that it really misses this. Well, the chorus is absolutely magical. I really like this melody and also how she's performing it. Well, maybe Switzerland will bring some very memorable performance, the whole staging concept for this, because obviously Switzerland has proven in the recent years that they can really stage their songs very well. So now we are already at 2 minutes, 22 seconds, and only now this kind of beat is coming, something dramatic. Yes, sweet entry. You know, Switzerland this year doesn't have to worry about the qualification. Very lucky to be automatically in the final. But now let's take a look how Switzerland was actually doing in the finals of the previous years, because now we can compare Switzerland to our automatic finalists. And as you can see on your screen, in the last 5 years, Switzerland was on fire, so they ranked second out of all the 6 automatic finalists, and they were actually pretty close to even place 1. If you want to know what has happened in 2019, well, Switzerland decided no more national selection, we will just select our entries by ourselves internally, and as you can see, it was a big success for this country. Because the fact that in the 10 years before that they have managed to qualify just 2 times, and even those 2 results were not really so impressive, definitely says something and means that probably for Switzerland it's not the best formula to go for the open selection, because it seems like the public doesn't really feel what Eurovision needs. But let's see what the Eurovision fandom is thinking. So in general, in 2020, that entry by Victoria from Bulgaria was ranked by the Eurovision fans pretty high. I think it was in top 3 before the competition was cancelled. And this year's Swiss entry Voyage is ranked 13th by the Eurovision fans, so below Czechia, Germany, the Netherlands and France, but then above Lithuania, Belgium, Spain, Australia and Estonia. Well, even if I think that the song is actually very cute and it's something what I could also add to my playlist, I have also really liked the voice of Zoë Më, I can definitely not see her finishing on 13th place at this point of time. If they will bring some very memorable, beautiful staging, I think she might climb closer maybe to place 16, 15, something like this. But in general, if the staging will be quite simple, which I think will be the case, because Swiss delegation this year has to take care of Eurovision itself and not of their entry so much. That's why I think that most probably Switzerland will be out of top 20 this year. But let's see how the bookmakers are seeing this. And as you can see on your screen, Switzerland is ranked 22nd, so behind Ireland, Germany, Australia, Greece and Czechia, but then above Georgia, Portugal, Norway, Poland and Slovenia. I think this is definitely more realistic. So talking about the staging concepts for Zoë Më, I think she really needs some very entertaining staging. It cannot be just her on stage with, you know, some simple backgrounds or something like this. She really needs a lot of visual eye catchers, because the song itself is unfortunately a little bit too monotonous. It becomes definitely different towards the end, but it's only at 2 minutes 20. And in this first 2 minutes 20, she definitely needs to captivate the audience with some very memorable visuals. They should tell us some beautiful story with a lot of additional effects, and then the song might shine and actually captivate a lot of people. So that's what I thought about Voyage by Zoë Më. I think it's a very cute song, maybe not the best one for Eurovision, but who knows, with a great staging it might be still amplified. Please let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this one? Do you really believe that Switzerland might climb closer to top 10 this year, to be in top 15 or at least in top 20? Definitely let me know down below in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel and don't miss the next one. Bye bye.